Welcome to the Global Kindness Federation podcast. I'm your host, Monty Cook III, aka Dr. Fantastic, founder of the Foundation for World Harmony, the Global Kindness Revolution, and this podcast, which was an evolution of my last one, which was the complete guide to happiness, which was an evolution from my show in Belize on the island of Ambergris Caye, which was all about um, love and happiness and kindness and everything that I'm about. And that was a predecessor to, or it followed after my radio show in Los Angeles. I'm traveling the world trying to make a kinder place because the world has a lot of problems. It has too many wars, too much corporate and personal greed, too much poverty, too many calamities and problems that man has caused. This show is going to address them and try to come up with solutions. I've been to COP 27 and followed the other COPs, which are addressing all the problems in the world, all the 17 SDGs that the United Nations puts out. And this show is going to showcase some fantastic ambassadors of kindness that are part of the kindness revolution, numbering over 15,400 as of January 1st, 2026, which in numerology the root is number one, which is new beginnings. The Global Kindness Revolution Federation is a new beginning. And please watch the show, like the show if you like it, and share the show because sharing is caring, caring is kindness, and kindness leads to happiness. And that's that's what we are on this planet for, is to be happy. And the last podcast is worth watching. I think it was 45 episodes of some really incredible ambassadors that we have in our community, which spans 148 countries. We have over 1,000 WhatsApp groups, and we all are about kindness. We're not commercial. We're not doing this for money. We're not political because we're anti-political, and we're not religious. We do have religious groups in our organization, but we tend to just report kind words, kind thoughts, kind actions, kind information, positive information. And this show particularly is about addressing the world's problems. And we have plenty of problems, and we're going to attack the solutions. So sit back, relax, grab a cup of coffee, and I think you'll enjoy the interviews, all unscripted, all unrehearsed, very casual, no fancy bells, whistles, and music and captions, just real people talking real solutions. I know you're going to enjoy the show, and I hope you share the show because sharing is where it's all about. We need to share more on the planet, and let's do it. Have a fantastic day and a fantastic show. And during each show, you're going to have one of my motivational quotes that one of the producers pick out that want to share with you. Because every day I put out a motivational quote on Be Fantastic Facebook, Be Fantastic Instagram, and a number of other platforms. Have a fantastic show.
This podcast is brought to you by Wild Education and by The Complete Guide to Happiness with Dr. Fantastic.
Well, I've got a special guest here today from Saint Petersburg, Russia. He's ambassador number 5,828. What is it? Yeah, 5,868. And over 10,000 ambassadors have joined since Nicolae joined the Kindness Revolution. And he is doing some wonderful things over there in Russia and around the world. And so basically, as you can see, his sign behind him, peace starts with you. And as we just had the new year roll in, a lot of people were wishing for peace because we've got too many wars, too much violence, too much craziness going on. And as you all know it, I call it the insanity of humanity. Nicolae, welcome to the show.
Yes, thank you very much, my dear Dr. Fantastic. We are already cooperating almost 5 years, and as we are cooperating with our great movements of movement of peace and movement of kindness, as this broadcast with try to make the best stars podium. Yeah, I really want to spot you concretely, what you are doing. So first question is, what inspired you to make this kindness movement? Like, why you did it?
That's a good question. So I guess we're going to interview each other, which is fantastic.
Yes,
I've done a
yes,
few
it's
interviews.
discussion with the questions.
No, it's a great question, and a lot of people ask it. Well, I've seen a lot of terrible things in my 70 plus years on the planet. And when COVID hit, to me, that was like the breaking point for me. I was very upset with humanity. I knew man invented it, I knew man patented it, and I knew man distributed it. And I didn't know man was going to make billions of dollars from it, and he indeed did. I didn't buy it, so I started on the road to try to save the planet from what I call the insanity of humanity. It broke my marriage up. My wife said, "You're crazy to try to do this." And I said, "Well, I'm going to go with Steve Jobs, who said people who are crazy enough to think they can make a difference in the world are the ones that do." And if you've been following me for 5 years as I travel the world, and you see how many people on 148 countries agree with me that we need kindness to cure the world's problems. And that's what this mission's all about. And this show's all about solutions. So, you're going to interview me. I'm going to interview you because I know you have some solutions. I've got plenty of solutions, but I want the world to hear from other people other than myself the solutions. And I think the solution is kindness.
Yes, as we are cooperating, yeah, I kind of broadcasting, for last 20 years. I broadcast all of this, volunteers movement and different movements. I meet all kinds of people, and we really need as a because scientists call us like Homo sapiens. So that's in the translation. It means wise people. And this was wise people, as you said. 8 billions we are here, one global family. Half of the world are fighting right now. As you start with the motto of peace, and all 8 billions already sick and tired of these wars, because human beings is like perfect people, and they could be perfect in two ways. One is they allow themselves to fight in war, like go by by gravitation, or they go against with the movement of kindness and peace, as we are doing. And really inspire, because the people could be busy with two. Like last year the world spent in the war 20 trillions of dollars. Why they don't spend the 20 trillions of dollars in building peace? Like real substantial is the same money, same people, same time, spend. Why they spend in self-suicide war machine instead of doing peace?
Well, I have an answer. If that's a question to me, I have the answer. Do you want the answer? Because
Yes, absolutely. We are discussing.
because war is profitable. The industrial military machine makes a lot of money on manufacturing the components for war, the bullets, the rifles, the guns, the tanks, the aircraft, the carriers. And after the war is over, they make money rebuilding what they destroyed. So it's a very profitable thing, war.
Yes, my brother, Dr. Fantastic, this was, in the era before coming of heaven, I call it, before our age, because we are now in the era of instant communication. And before this, there was no internet, there was all of this, what you say, it was before. Because people was doing like this, First World War, Second World War, or something like this, if the but God is raising people, from the caves. He raised him with the Moses law, like eye to eye. From then he raised with the love you enemy, with Jesus, And many don't understand religion, but if you analyze the real history of humanity, is that after the greatest leader in the world remained just 12 people. And in 400 years, they conquered Roman Empire without any weapons. They became national religion there. In 2000 years, once they moved from Europe to America, they create one country based on the constitution, on the scripture. And this constitution was copy pasted in almost all other countries. And this is how World of Brotherhood built it. So the war is not profitable anymore. This is just old age, as people were thinking, is kind of gravity that came, like all of this historical trash of baggage that people shouldn't have. We really need to think like this right now, because if what you say, it was like history. Let me look for the future. I just calculate real statistics. I don't use United Nations statistics. All we are like parents. You are grandparent, I think. We are thinking that future is our children. Oh my God, and they will live somehow in miracle and peace somewhere. But therefore I say about building peace, because I was raised in the 1990s when Gorbachev and Reagan meet, and they make all of these real agreements, build peace, and everybody was the world was thinking the peace will come 1990s, no, 200, 2000, no. Then Obama came, no. I don't know, 2010, no. 2020, as you said, after COVID, even was terrible thing. But what COVID teach humanity, one thing is that to care for every human being, children or elder, everyone, everybody, they try to save everyone. So this was the kind of love, to care for each other, and this supposed to win the world. But because COVID started in the communist country, all other 200 countries, they copy paste, they are jailing situation for this, you need to understand that in communist country, all the population is in jail. And if the ruler of the party say, everybody go in the quarantine, and they go there. So all country copy paste this, and the other countries see, oh my God, they could do this, so why not start another war? And this, United Nations statistic is that 1% of human beings in every country, they grab 99% of wealth and power, and that is, and they don't share with others. They right now clashing nation to nation. They fight with the oppositions, and this opposition that they're fighting is go on the borders. They're fighting in Eastern Europe, Middle East, Africa, Asia, and all other countries. So we need to stop all of this craziness, because we are Homo sapiens, and we need, if you
let me address
instantly.
Let me address the fact that you said war is not profitable anymore. Let's just take your situation. Your country is at war with Ukraine for many years now, 4 or 5 years now. So let's, as this show is addressing and trying to solve the world's problems, let's for a minute hypothecate on how we could solve the war. But before that, let me tell you how your war is profitable. America's selling, and a lot of other countries are selling weapons to Ukraine. So they're profiting from that. Now, when the war is over, there are going to be a lot of rich people that are going to make a lot of money rebuilding Ukraine and Russia. Okay, so there's profit there, and that's about money. Now, let's you and me hypothecate. I'll be Ukraine, you be Russia. And okay, let's, as two individuals, I'm pretending to be Ukrainian and you're already Russian. Let's think for the next 5 minutes how we can stop the war, and what do I need to give up and what do you need to give up to make peace. Let's think about that for a minute.
Yeah, I don't think I have the real official statistics. As I said, I start to say my analyze. We need to think about future, not like tomorrow future, in 10 years, 20 years, but
no, let's wait for now. No, Nicolae,
now. Let me say, let me say the statistics. So for now, if you think about the future, there is 2 billion of children on the planet, and we think that children is our future. So if our future is children, half of them are in danger by official statistics. There are 2 billion of children in the world, and 430 millions are already in the war zone. So there is like cut of humanity. And also, it is not about construction of reconstruction or making this war, but it's about our children. It's
Okay,
about concrete.
let me interrupt for a second.
Because this is a few seconds. Just let me finish idea. So the another 150 millions are the orphanage children. Another 150 millions are disability children, and 150 millions are street children. And yes, you need half of the world. The future population just already is in danger. So it's just for me. Recently I really get crazy with this idea why the people kill themselves like pigs. There is no any humanity there. So
well, I have answers to all those things, but let me throw something out for you while we're talking about children. The world is in crisis. We have a fertility crisis. There's not enough babies. And without enough babies, especially the ones being killed in war zones and being orphaned, if we don't have enough babies in 10 to 20 years, civilization crumbles because we need babies to be our workforce to support everyone getting older. You're going to be older in 20 years. You want your children to be working and creating capital so we can continue to be a civilization. So there's a fertility problem, not just a war problem. Huge fertility problem. We need more babies.
Yes, and
having one baby per family having one baby per family is not going to work. It will crumble society. Already schools are closing around the world because there's not enough kids to attend the schools. So there's a program in Denmark, right? And the government is a national PR campaign on the news, and it says, "Do it for Denmark." Because Denmark, along with most other countries, aren't having enough babies. We need more babies. So they say, "Do it for Denmark," which is kind of a funny campaign. But how many babies do you have as an example? 4. There you go. Fantastic. That's 2 to 4 will save the planet, but 1 will not. So everybody go out there and do it. But let's get back to solving, because this show is about solving problems. There's a lot of problems in the world. We can't solve them all in this show, in this episode, but let's try to solve the Ukrainian war. How do we solve the Ukraine? You're in the thick of things. You're in Russia. How do you solve the war? How do you stop the war?
I'm a simple writer, and I'm writing the books. Last book is Holy Russia book, and I sent to my president, and there is a real call for cooperation and discussion. And therefore, the same book, previous book about Holy Mother Han, Mother of Peace, I sent to U.S. president. So I really write to all these 100 presidents, Pope from Rome, and Muslim leader, this patriarch in Russia. I send them my books about peace, about cooperation, and also with award of Peace Ambassador Award. That they, for now, we award 100 actual presidents, United Nations Secretary General, Pope Leo XIV, and all others. We award them with a Peace Ambassador Award that they could start already negotiation. This is their task, mission from God, that the United Nations Secretary General will unite all the politicians, not allow them to fight with each other, but unite them, as Jesus said, the chicken, their children, to unite them with this great, and therefore there is need interfaith concilium them at United Nations to inspire these politicians, because politicians with their instrument, they have just 5% of potential, but from God they could get all of this kindness, goodness, love, everything they could get from study from this, because religion was studied for ages, all of this, how to deal all of these human relations in true love of God. And this is how true love revolution start already. Let it go to the world.
In Langley, British Columbia, lives one of Western Canada's best-kept secrets. We are Wild Education, Western Canada's largest reptile and small exotic animal rescue. And right now, we're launching our most urgent fundraiser ever.
Less than 1 year ago, we opened the doors to our brand new education center, a space we poured all of our savings into building. But due to changes in land development, we found out we only have 9 months to find a new place and move out. This will be the third time in 5 years we've been forced to relocate, and this time, we simply don't have the funds to do it again.
Unlike traditional rescues with puppies and kittens, reptiles don't get the same level of support. But our animals need it just as much because they don't have anywhere else to go. That's why we're asking for your help now.
Last year alone, we took in 153 animals, including reptiles, amphibians, and furry exotics like chinchillas, sugar gliders, ferrets, and even hedgehogs. Many came to us sick, injured, abandoned, or surrendered by families who could no longer care for them due to the rising cost of living.
One of those animals was Gary, a serval who couldn't find a home anywhere else in BC after his family broke apart. No one else could take him in, but we did. Because oftentimes, we are the last resort.
We are currently also home to 12 rescued sulcata tortoises, some weighing over 120 pounds. But we know more will come in this year, who need lots of space, warmth, and lifelong care. Wild education isn't just a rescue, it's a mission. Our entire rescue is funded by our education program. This program travels to schools and other events to help teach about the natural history, conservation, and responsible ownership of these amazing animals. We give people the knowledge to hopefully prevent animals from ending up in our rescue in the first place.
But now, more than ever, the future of wild education, its current animals, its future animals depends on your support. We know it's a lot, but we're trying to raise $1 million to buy a permanent property. A forever home where we'll never have to move again, and where our animals can finally be safe for good.
So if you've ever wanted to make a big difference in the life of something a little different, this is your moment. Please visit www.wildeducation.ca to donate or click on the GoFundMe link. We need your help to save wild education so we can keep saving them.
Again, I'm going to ask you a final time, how do we stop the war in Ukraine?
Yeah, I do my job already. Everybody need to do it. To do their 5% of responsibility. It's a very good question. For now, as you see about you said about the problem with the fertility, the even more powerful problem right now is that people are not interested in election, all of this democracy, because the presidents, they pledge a lot of things, but they don't do it. So therefore, that we need to empower every human being, because we are like 8 billion cells of one human body, to unite together, because once all we will be united in true love.
Well, it's funny. It's funny you should say that, because as you know, this show is the start of the Global Kindness Federation, which is a global community, digital community of people, because we outnumber the rulers. We outnumber the politicians. We outnumber the richest people in the world, because there's billions of us and only a couple 100,000 filthy rich monarchs, rulers. So if we stick together, we might have a chance.
We already stick together as we are here right now.
Yeah.
But, God bless this age with era of instant communication and e-government. Therefore, I said that every human being and everyone, like, for example, those in US, they need to contact US president and ask why they spend their taxes for the war. They need to stop it right now. And also in all other countries. I don't mean just about US, because this money, as we find out in the beginning, same money could be built in peace or war. And this is two different things, because once the people say that we start war because protection of this, but imagine this 20 trillion millions. If go and the IT and all of this technology right now, there is everywhere IP camera and everything. Is impossible to make sin, to make war, to make terrorism, because everywhere is IP camera, artificial intelligence, and everything will be faster and faster. I already prophesied this in 2020s that this will come and it will move faster, will raise goodness, and the evil will diminish, because this is the history drive. And
what do you,
want it or not, you'll come.
What do you think about this? The word trust is a very, very important word. And one of the reasons we are accumulating more weapons is we don't trust the other people to behave themselves. So if we all trusted one another, and it's a huge word, I trust everyone, and that's a fault of mine, but I'm going to keep doing it because I give everybody one chance. So if the nations were to trust one another and they minded their own damn business, and just concentrated on feeding their poor and building up their country instead of, like you say, spending trillions of dollars on more weapons and more weapons and more weapons and more wars, we have a chance. But we have to trust that everyone's going to behave themselves. And I guess we can't. That's the problem.
No, I was, as you, I was traveling like pilgrim in many countries, even United Nations or others. So the population, I meet with population, thousands of people, and all of them are the same in every country. The problem is with leaders. They are clashing nation to nation because of their behavior. And therefore God give this government that we need to contact them daily, not just at the election. They proclaim something and for 5 years you forget about and don't care about population. Every day they need to ask population, should we start war? Should we do this? Should we do that? They need to ask population. This is the government mission, and it's not just to do their will. Okay, they start and some day wake up and let me start one war, I don't know, in Eastern Europe or other. It is absolutely prohibited in our age. In our age, we population need to contact our leaders and guide them to do what we need. Because we are one body, leaders is our mind, and we are body like country. So country need to lead the body, to not the mind, to not go out of mind.
Well, leading the people is like herding cats, nearly impossible. But my dream right now is we have 15,000. We need 150 million in this community, and it's free. And that's the problem, Bobby, is that it's free. But if we had 150 million people in the Global Kindness Federation, in all those nations of the world, saying that we need peace, we might stand a chance. We might. But it's going to take many years, but it's going to take people like you adding groups in Russia. I know you're too busy to do that, so we need someone in Russia. By the way, if anyone in Russia is listening, we need a director in Russia. We need district, regional, and province directors. We need admins in each school, in each village, in each place of worship. We need people helping us. We only have 1,000 groups. We only have 15,400 plus ambassadors. We need a lot more. And that's what this show's about. And hopefully, after 5 years, Nicolae will get off his butt and start helping me.
Yes, Dr. Fantastic, we are in the era of instant communication. That we need to understand. What you say about 5 years, another 10, it could be done in 1 year, in 1 month, in 1 week, as fast. This our message about
if you help me, Nicolae, if you help me get Russia.
Yes, we are Kindness and Peace Federation could need to go to every 8 billion people. It could not be because you say that it's difficult to rule the people. No, it is not difficult because we are all human beings. We have universal shared values. It's the same about life, love, kindness and peace. So we are there in all 200 countries, and let we empower in every city this kindness and peace movement. Hallelujah.
Nicolae, let me make something very clear. We're in 148 countries. You are one of my only people, a handful of people in Russia. You have a bigger voice than everyone I know in Russia. But you're not helping the global kindness revolution in Russia. You're not helping. You're one person. You should have tens of thousands of people following you in our kindness revolution.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it. let's do it.
It's up to
We do
you.
it
I've given you
every
all the
day,
tools.
every hour, every second.
Nicolae, I've given you all the tools. And worldkindnesslist.com has all our programs. They're all free. The kindness class, the kindness club, the hospital program, the ways to make money for the poor. We have all the solutions. We just need people to implement them. So
Absolutely.
we need either
Yeah, let's
you.
do it.
Well, okay. I mean,
Let's do it
that's
with
for
our
years, but you're busy. You're a
with
busy guy.
our GPBNet. I'm doing the same mission as you. We are doing the same. I'm in Global Peace Building Network. You are in the kindness movement. So we are doing together. We are complementing each other and helping each other.
Well,
So
we just need to
it's not,
to
it's
coalesce.
not
We need to
yes, because this is the problem of all the world right now. Because as you remember in the scripture, that Jesus said, "Don't look in other eyes what they have, small things. You look in your own eyes." So now the countries, full countries, 100 countries are fighting with each other. They don't look to perfect themselves, but look for others. So we are so happy that we are together with you, and we are working in the Global Peace Building Network, this great federation of kindness, that we could unite together and make this goal, peace 2027, this year, 1 year. Let we invest together, because in era of instant communication it could be done very fast, and we do it. And we already have great results because our groups already are interconnected there in WhatsApp and all social media. So many of you ambassadors came to me and say, so good that you are good, Dr. Fantastic, and working together. So same, we are working so hard together, and we need to understand we are not so many.
Yes.
And we need much more people to
Let me ask you a question.
mobilize daily. 8 billion people mobilization daily to do daily peace building actions, daily action of peace. It's
Okay,
like brick by brick building this temple.
Let me ask you a question. I only have 10 minutes left here. Do you believe in numerology or astrology? Do you believe in numerology?
Yeah, everything what God have, they already give it.
Okay, numerology says when you add the numbers up, you need to bring them to one digit. It's a root number. The year 2026 root number is 1, and 1 stands for new beginnings. Isn't that fantastic?
Yes, it's one world of kindness and peace.
Exactly.
Hallelujah. Let me do it.
Okay, any questions? We have about 8 minutes left here. Any other questions you have for me?
Yes, we really, how to say, it's very good. I want to, how to say, that you could say this message about, because you say that you already cooperate with the United Nations, and the United Nations have, how to say, salaries for these people who want to help you, like real representative in every city and every country. So can you say a little bit more about these great projects?
Well,
our peace ambassador?
in Africa, where I'm strongest, where the group is, our movement is strongest, we have a site called africaisfantastic.org, and we are going to give away free boreholes. A borehole is a freshwater well that saves many lives, as water is the second most precious resource on the planet. But to get a free borehole, the village has to have a WhatsApp group, has to have many ambassadors of kindness promoting kindness in their village, has to have every school and every place of worship as a group with proving that they're participating the video kindness pledge. And as you might know, and I want to tell your audience this, the Global Kindness Pledge is something that we're trying to initiate in every school every day. It's a 10-second pledge that's not commercial, not political, and not religious. And here's how it goes. You know how it goes, Nicolae, but this is for your audience and mine who haven't heard it. I pledge to be kind to and love myself. I pledge to be kind to and strive to love all others. I pledge to be kind to, love, and respect our Mother Earth. We are all fantastic. And in a classroom setting, you have them point to their friend and say, you are fantastic. And then they finish it by saying, I am fantastic. Words matter. This pledge is manifesting results. We're seeing tangible results throughout Africa. It's working. We just need to get to the ministries of education. I hope you can introduce me to the Russian Ministry of Education, because when they hear about this, they will want to implement it in their schools because the children are our future. They have to be brainwashed to think kindness. Typically, I have to say brainwashed, but if you say every day, we are fantastic, you are fantastic, I am fantastic, and we're going to be kind to one another, it's going to work. It's going to work. There's no question. It's already working.
Once you are speaking, I just, imagine what you try to say with words. And what came to me is that everybody could embrace themselves, like children in the school, and all of these politicians once embrace each other, so the war will stop. Okay. Yeah, so good to be together.
Okay,
Yeah, let me
Nicolae.
do it.
Have
As
a
we embrace
fantastic.
each other over the internet right now, let me share our embrace to
Yes.
all the leaders.
Yes, and we're going to talk more often, okay? Well, let's really start working closer together now because 2026 is the year one.
Yes, yes, let me do it. One per month is okay.
Exactly. Thank you,
Yeah, good.
Nicolae.
Yeah, subscribe and share this message to millions.
Yes, exactly. Like, subscribe, share. He's going to share with his audience. I'm going to share with mine. Everybody, thanks for watching. And let's have a fantastic 2026. Be kind to yourself, be kind to all others, and be kind to Mother Earth.
Okay, great.
Bye-bye, Nicolae.
Thank you.
Come with me to discover the transformative power of kindness and the joy it brings. Join me as we explore every Monday morning simple yet profound ways to elevate your happiness, one gesture at a time.
Wow, fantastic, baby. Dance. I'm gonna dance, 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 dance. Fantastic, baby.
Fantastic day to one and all. Today's motivational quotes are on respect, as Aretha Franklin would say, RESPECT, something like that. R.G. Risch said, respect is a two-way street. If you want to get it, you got to give it. Leo Tolstoy wrote, respect was invented to cover the empty place where love should be. That's interesting. And Pythagoras said, above all things, respect yourself. Well, Dr. Fantastic says, be kind, respect yourself, respect all others, and respect our Mother Earth. So those are your quotes for the day. Be kind to yourself, be kind to all others, be kind to Mother Earth. 2 days till the end of the year. I hope you're going to have a fantastic, safe, and sane New Year's Eve. And I will see you at the end of the year tomorrow. Have a fantastic day.